Yeah, I think just after the first 2 weeks, you let games slip away. That we played two good football teams and made mistakes in big moments, stuff that we're not used to doing. But I think we're coming together as a team, man. I mean, when you deal with adversity, it's about how you deal with it. And obviously, this isn't how we wanted to start, but how are we going to respond? So I'm excited for the next few weeks to see who wants to be challenged and how we can get back and really get after it.
Does it feel a little disjointed offensively?
I mean, there's times, I think there's little things here and there. I mean, getting a ball batted, big play, missing some deep shots, things here and there that we didn't do at a high enough level. Even like the first throw, overthrowing Noah on that cover 2 look, I mean, seeing it right, just not making the throw. And so in this league, you got to make those throws, and I'll be better as the season goes on.
Can you take me through the throw to Travis there at the goal line? What were you seeing? What do you think went wrong on the play?
Yeah, I mean, we got the defense that we wanted. We expect them to play that 0-0 with the whole player, with the safety. I think I threw it just a tad too early, just trying to put it on his body low before that whole player got there. And I think if I can put it more on his body and not so far out in front of him, then he can catch it, take the hit, and get in the end zone.
And you want to throw that a little bit low at the goal line, though, to give him a chase like that across the end zone, right?
Yeah, you want to put it low, but more on his body. Whenever you're in those tight quarters like that, you want to give it to him, especially a bigger guy, more on his body where he can catch it, brace for that contact. We knew the whole player would be looking for him. I mean, that's our one of our big targets down there in the red zone. And so he was breaking to kind of make a hit, and it was just unfortunate. The ball bounced up in the air and went right to him.
It seems like you guys are starting slower than you want to. What's your reason for maybe this slower start these first 2 weeks?
I think this week, missing the throw to Noah hurts. I mean, we got a coverage that we expected, and then when they play that zone coverage into the boundary, it's going to kind of a high-low with Trav or Noah, and obviously the corner bit down on Travis, and you missed that throw, and it kind of kills the momentum of the first drive, and obviously we didn't get the third down right there, so just me executing at that moment. But it's kind of been throughout the whole team, like we just to one guy here or there. It's not like we're missing by much. And so I know it sucks to hear it for the fans, but I feel like we're close. And so all we can do is just continue to work and continue to get after it, and be ready to play the Giants this next week.
How do you expect this team to respond?
I mean, knowing the guys in the locker room, man, I think they're going to respond by just working. I mean, that's how we've gotten to the point that we've gotten to in our career here in Kansas City, is that we believe the work kind of puts out the product. And so obviously we've never been 0-2, but we've had times where we've dealt with challenges before and lost games. And so I think the guys that we have in this locker room, they'll go back to work with that mindset of we're going to continue to work even harder, so that when we step on that field this next time, we can find a way to win in those big moments like we have it this first 2 weeks.
Do you think you might start lobbying for a quarterback sneak in those short yardage situations?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always up to it. We've put it in certain games. I think you saw on the other fourth down we got it. We're just running with Kareem, and so I just trust in Coach Reid whatever he calls, and we've put it in, and you kind of have to get the right look, and we didn't think they were going to give us that right look this week.
Hey, Patrick, you're running more, at least earlier in the season than in the past. Is that by design, philosophy, or just opportunities?
I think just kind of happened. They came out and played a little bit more man coverage there early in the game, and you saw I was able to use my feet because the guys were covering guys down the field, and so it just kind of has happened. But at the end of the day, I'm just a competitor. I'm trying to win, and so whatever it takes, I'll do. And it's been running a few times early in this season, but we'll get back to passing the ball again, and hopefully be better at it as the season goes on.
How do you find that balance, like on that third down run, of when to lower your shoulder and take on a linebacker, and when to maybe protect yourself, or when are you going to dive for the goal line, that kind of thing? Yeah, no, I think I do a good job of it. It's just, you said it. I mean, it's third down in the red zone. You want to get that first down to give ourselves a chance to score a touchdown there, and so. I usually don't try to run over big guys, that was he hits hard, but it was a safety, so just so I can kind of hit and fall forward, not necessarily run over, I think I do a good job of protecting myself, and you have to be smart in those situations, and I've just learned from experience.
How much of those scrambles are because you guys aren't finding other ways to move the ball?
I mean, I just take what the defense is giving us, and I'll go back and look on tape. I think the one big scramble that I had early in the game down the field. I think if I would have waited just a little bit longer, Juju ends up opening up in the spot that I ended up running. I kind of pumped to Juju, pumped to the running back, and then ran. I think if I just stretched my drop a little bit, I probably hit Juju for the same distance. And so that's the stuff I got to be better at. Got to trust in the guys that are going to get open and trust in the offensive line and their blocking. And so take what the defense is giving you and then let guys make plays down the field.
No, I know you missed a couple of receivers, right? But just in the training camp, you had guys down the depth chart that stepped up and performed well. What do you pinpoint just the reason that it hasn't clicked in these first couple of weeks?
I think it's a little bit of everything. Like I said earlier, I mean, it's just like kind of one guy every play. I mean, you've seen there's me missing throws early in the game and late in the game. And then there's a batted ball where I'm probably hitting Noah for a 15 to 20 yard completion over the middle, and then missing Juju early in the game. I know I was pressured, but hitting him on that. I mean, it's just little stuff here and there. And so in this league, especially when you're playing good teams and playing good defenses, if you miss those little opportunities, those drives stall out. And so we'll play another great defense this week. And so it'll be another challenge for us. And I mean, all we can do is get back to work and continue to work so that we can kind of iron out those wrinkles and be better as offense.
Last two, Todd Lebo, go ahead.
Patrick, the first drive, the second half, you guys went for the fourth down in your own territory. You guys have run that play before, I think, a couple of years ago, maybe in the Super Bowl for a first down. But did you think, hey, we're going for fourth down here? Was that surprising you to go for it at that point?
It's never surprising for me. I mean, I always want to go for it. Like that's just who I am, and I want to be aggressive and do that. And I know our defense, and I trust in our defense to get a stop. And obviously, we didn't get it. Defense holds them to a field goal. I mean, best that we can do in that situation. And you always second guess it when it doesn't work. You know, I mean, when it works, it's a good thing. When it doesn't work, it's a bad thing. But I'd rather be on the aggressive side of history than the non-aggressive side. So whatever Coach Reid does in that situation, I have full trust behind it and full confidence in it.
Last one, first, you guys punted it later in the game. It looked like maybe that was a spot to go. It was a long field. Were you a little surprised you punted there?
No, I think the defense was getting stops, you know, and so they were getting stops, and it was 4th and 7. They had gotten some pressure on the play before, and so just trusting in your defense, you know. I think Coach Reid, he's done it for a long time, and he's won a lot of football games, and I think regardless of the decision, when he makes that decision, everyone on this team trusts it and has confidence in it, and that's why I think we've won as many games as we won, and so he's one of the best of all time, if not the best of all time, at making decisions like that. And so I just trust that he's going to make the right decision at the right time.
Last one, Todd.
I wanted to ask about a minute before the touchdown to Taekwon, there was a coverage bust and he was wide open. And it felt a little bit like a wide open 3 on the wing.
Yeah.
You know, what happened on that play, and how much is that one gonna haunt you a little bit?
Yeah, I think obviously I was looking at Taekwon early, and then right when I went to throw to Trav, because Trav was about to be wide open, I kind of pumped because I kind of pulled it, not even pump, I pulled it back out the corner bit on Trav, and then trying to reset real quick and making the throw. I think in those situations, especially kind of in that 2-minute type situation, knowing that the guy's not as fresh, and obviously you don't know it's going to be wide open, but just trying to put the ball on his head and let him make a play and learn from it. I mean, later in that drive, making this throwing it where he can make a play on the ball and trusting in him. So that's stuff I got to continue to get better at, you know, like hitting those deep shots early, because even though we hit the touchdown later, if you hit that touchdown with maybe 2 more minutes on the clock, you might have a chance to get the football back. And so something that I'll look at, learn from, and try to be better this next time.
Thanks, Patrick.
As far as the injuries go, Mike Dana tweaked his left quad, and Fulton tweaked his ankle there. We'll just see how that is going forward. I'll take full responsibility for that game. Probably stayed too aggressive on that, and that's my responsibility. I thought my guys played their tail off and played hard and aggressive football, and they stuck together throughout the game, and they'll pay for us down the road when as we continue to grow. I thought the fans were unbelievable. They were great. Everybody stayed and kept us going. There were some good things within all of it. I thought defensively we played really solid football. We had short fields at times, and the guys took care of business there. Obviously, on the offensive side, we can't have the turnover. Again, I've got to dial up something different than that. But I thought Thornton played all the way through everything. It was great to see him get a big catch there, pat on the long throw. Kelce had a nice day with the completions. I know he's upset at the last one, but we keep rolling here and keep getting better. So And then special teams, I thought Ariza did a nice job with his punts, over a 59-yard average there. And then Nico had some nice returns there. So all in all, though, my responsibility, and we'll get better. Time's yours. Yeah, well, guys in the right position to get that done.
I know it's a hard play to stop, but that touch push ended up being really one of the critical plays in that game. Just what you guys tried to stop it and get down.
Yeah, you try to get penetration is what you try to do and be able to stop it. But that's a pretty rough one. I might have had a couple of them that they got off a little early on, but we'll look at that. Yeah, listen, he's trying to get guys fired up and going. That's him. He's that way every week if you keep an eye on him. So he's all in all the time. So that's the way it was today.
Andy, what do you think in going forward on 4th and 1 on your end of that field?
Yeah, no, listen, they were going to stay aggressive likewise. I think it's important against that crew that you stay aggressive. I probably could dial up some different things there, but I think against them you've got to do that. And then I obviously thought the plays we called were available, but it didn't get done the way I wanted it. So.
And the 0-2 to start the season, that's not what you want. It wasn't a decision to lock it. Just kind of little passes.
Yeah, keep playing hard. I'll take this one. You keep playing hard. So stick together and play hard.
The Eagles are obviously Saquon Barkley does so much what they do, but even with the attention on him, you guys did really well against the outside receivers. What do you think of just the way your secondary bounced back?
Yeah, listen, first I thought Spags had a nice game plan, very aggressive, and I thought our secondary rose up to that part of it, and they've got good receivers. I thought they stayed aggressive on the receivers within the framework of things, and I just thought all around it was a good defensive performance.
Andy, when you think about Patrick running with the football, obviously it's a fine line. What are your thoughts? Do you have any concerns about him taking too many hits?
Yeah, he'd probably tell you the same thing. He trains that way. He goes after it, and he's not going to not take an opportunity if it's given. So obviously he wasn't accounted for on some of those plays, and he took advantage of it. I don't want to see him get the big hits, but he's a pretty competitive guy.
Following up on that, just QB sneaks, I know you've been trying to stay away from those, but is there any thought to bringing those back to the short yard situation?
Yeah, listen, they've got a knack for it. You look at the rest of the teams that try this thing, and it's a crapshoot there. So we thought we had some good short yardage plays there, and we just came up short on a couple.
The Kansas City Chiefs home opener against the Philadelphia Eagles was supposed to be a night of celebration, energy, and momentum. But instead, it turned into a dramatic showdown that left fans in shock. The Chiefs fell short, losing 20-17, and all eyes quickly turned to one critical moment in the game: Travis Kelce's costly interception. For Chiefs Kingdom, this wasn't just another mistake. It was the turning point. Social media exploded with reactions, memes, and heated debates about what went wrong. But what did Patrick Mahomes and head coach Andy Reid really think about the play that shifted the outcome of the game? Let's break it down. After the loss, reporters immediately asked Mahomes about Kelce's interception. And as expected from the MVP quarterback, Mahomes took full responsibility. He explained that in that moment, his trust in Kelce was absolute. They've built one of the most dangerous QB to TE duos in NFL history, and Mahomes admitted he forced the ball because, in his words, "When it's Trav, I'll take that chance every single time." That's not just confidence, that's loyalty. But Mahomes didn't stop there. He reminded the press that football is never about one play. He emphasized how Kelce's leadership, energy, and fight keep the team alive week after week. For Mahomes, it wasn't about pointing fingers. It was about reminding everyone that the Chiefs win and lose together as a family. Then came Andy Reid's press conference. Known for his calm but direct style, Coach Reid backed his players without hesitation. He admitted that the play was a breakdown in execution, but he also stressed that mistakes happen in football. What mattered most to him was how the team responds moving forward. Reid highlighted that Kelce is one of the hardest working athletes in the league, and he's earned the trust to make big plays, even if sometimes the risk doesn't go their way. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Fans noticed that Kelce himself didn't shy away from the moment. In the locker room, he admitted his frustration, but stayed humble, saying, "I can't let my brothers down like that." Those words struck deep with Chiefs Kingdom, because that's who Kelce is: passionate, accountable, and fiercely dedicated to the team. Looking at the bigger picture, this game was more than just a loss. It was a test of resilience. The Eagles are one of the toughest teams in the league, and the Chiefs showed flashes of greatness despite the setback. Mahomes put up 187 passing yards and a stunning 49-yard touchdown, while Kelce still led with crucial catches that kept the offense moving. Yes, the interception hurt. Yes, the loss stung. But the way Mahomes and Reid handled the aftermath showed why this franchise has built a dynasty. They don't crumble under pressure. They learn, adjust, and come back stronger. So the real question isn't about the interception. It's about how the Chiefs will respond next week. Can Kelce turn the pain of this moment into fuel for redemption? Can Mahomes and Reid rally the team to bounce back and remind the NFL why they're still the reigning powerhouse? One thing is certain, Chiefs Kingdom has been here before. Doubt only makes them stronger, and adversity only sharpens their edge. If history tells us anything, it's that Mahomes, Reid, and Kelce will not let one interception define their season. Stay tuned, because this story is far from over.